Okay, do we have any questions? Okay, the belly button is the line. You're a little bit above the belly button, but not very much. That's good. So it's going to be the belly button to the hip bone. We have 12 rounds. Obey my commands. Touch glove. Let's go to work.
Let's go. No one at ringside would be tremendously shocked if Dela Hoya cut Gatti in the first round.
That's not a good sign when you have a superior jabber comes in and let his opponent get the initial jab in. Now, the one thing that Dela Hoya didn't do originally was jab to the body good. He'd always have an excellent jab on top. This time he's gone to the body. And you take chances when you reach down there into those little guys' territory, though. You think about it, Oscar De La Hoya is moving his head, bobbing and weaving. He's got the height advantage. You don't want that.
Right hand for De La Hoya. Floyd Mayweather Jr. promises that Oscar will make his seemingly underdeveloped right hand into a much bigger weapon in this phase of his career. Angelman Freddie hurt Gatti with a right hand early, and that punch ultimately led to Gatti's demise. Big left hook by Gatti.
First thing I notice is that Gatti is doing more ducking and head movement to avoid the jab, and that's why De La Hoya has been unable to establish it as yet.
And the problem with that is De La Hoya is bending his knees to try to jab.
Right hand inside by Gatti. De La Hoya flicked him with a left.
Oscar gives up his jab. He's just an ordinary boxer out there fighting for his life. He gives up his reach. He's got his legs spread far apart.
Now De La Hoya lands his first effective combination and crumbles Gatti with a trademark left hook. And Oscar De La Hoya left hook, too big for Gatti. And there's blood flowing already from under Arturo Gatti's right eye. Body left hook, upstairs combinations. Can Gatti finish the round?
Remember, Gatti has been there before.
De La Hoya fireworks.
The problem for Gatti is he has to fight a perfect fight to have any chance to stay here.
And now Gatti comes out winging shots from both sides, seemingly already ready to let it go for broke. A very busy Oscar De La Hoya threw 73 punches in round one. De La Hoya going to the body with the jab again, George.
You want to keep that jab, but the difference is he's going to the body with it.
Sets up a four-punch combination upstairs.
Gatti goes to the body with a right hand.
Gatti tries to come back over the top of Oscar's guard and pops De La Hoya with two jabs.
Just doesn't work.
Well, he's leaning in, George. He's almost leaning over that front foot.
Not good at all.
That's okay. Leans in, goes to the body. Double shot to the body. Two right hands upstairs.
Something new, a right hand.
Watch your heads. Question will be, how long can Gatti last in the fight with the blood flowing the way it is? But the big gash is under his eye, not above it.
Ooh,
excellent body shot. And another right hand to the body. Another big left hook upstairs. Wobbles Arturo Gatti as the bell sounds for round two.
Doesn't mind being punished and coming back.
Gatti trying to unload a big right hand. As we told you, you can score on AOL. 15% of you gave the first round to Arturo Gatti. Those 15% may need a little more training in scoring fights. Thinking he fought Felix Trinidad. Maybe Gatti forgot about that. There's a big right hand by De La Hoya. And Gatti's
he didn't rush him. Oscar didn't rush him. Took his time to start all over again. First time he's taking his time, and after he's hurt him.
You don't exactly go into a fight with De La Hoya saying, I'm worried about his right hand.
Yeah, but
every fighter who's ever fought Gatti has hit him with that punch, right? Okay. I hear what you're saying, Larry.
I mean, it's good that Oscar's using it because he's been a one-handed fighter, and I don't think you can beat the best fighters in the world with one hand.
No, it was painfully apparent against Moslem. Another big combination by De La Hoya.
Oscar does his combination and back and invites this guy in for more. We never saw that with Oscar. Starts all over again.
Big left hook lands upstairs. Another left inside. Gatti lands a left. De La Hoya comes back with a right and a left of his own. Uppercut misses just short. Come to me. Here comes the ring doctor.
There's no one up inside.
Huge left hook by Gatti. De La Hoya comes back with one of his own. Straight right hand lands flush.
To get out there in those exchanges, that's the only way that Gatti can get into this fight. In the exchanges.
It's him real quick, 3-0, 30-26 Oscar De La Hoya. Stop that! It's 10-8 rounds for De La Hoya because of the knockout of round 1.
Well, he's not shoving out. This guy comes into his shoulder.
De La Hoya has handled with ease so far.
Once again, for his bravery, you hear them chanting, Gatti, Gatti. Blood now coming from De La Hoya's mouth as well as a trickle from his nose.
De La Hoya using his right hand to parry Gatti's punches and looking for a chance to pot shot with the left. Gatti swinging big with the left hook as the blood flows freely off his cheek and into his mouth. Already Floyd Mayweather has made a mark on De La Hoya, who lands a left and momentarily freezes Gatti, comes back with a left and a right. Body shot, right, left upstairs. Gatti taking the punches. They didn't have much of a chance with the Lions in the ring.
When you're throwing hard shots like Oscar is doing, it's like sprinting. You got to wait a second and get your breath back. That's when Gatti should attack. You want to coast, you use your jab.
Straight right hand lands again for De La Hoya.
One thing I've noticed about De La Hoya is he seems a little bit more relaxed than he usually is, George. He doesn't have his arms way extended.
You want to relax with your jab on your opponent, though.
Tremendous combination by De La Hoya. Gatti hanging in.
Stop moving backwards because you give him more courage.
Straight right hand lands again for De La Hoya, who has blood trickling from the outside of his left eye.
Whatever happens from here on, and De La Hoya certainly is in a commanding position, I don't think he expected this kind of a rough fight.
Every fight is going to be rough like that.
Target practice as De La Hoya goes to the body and the head, drives Gatti into the ropes. And the towel comes in from Gatti's corner, and De La Hoya has a 5th round TKO. Hector Roca, Arturo Gatti's trainer, had seen enough. And Gatti's infuriated, but Roca made a humane decision for his fighter. Another look at the knockdown, Larry.
Gatti was doing excellently until he stood straight up and caught that left hook late in the round. Up until that time, he had fought what for him would be regarded as a perfect round. Here's De La Hoya with that straight right hand. You hear, however, in the corner, how Floyd Mayweather Sr. is telling him, stop getting into exchanges, box him. Be working very well in the first round until the end of the round. What happened?
Well, it's when I got cut. You know, I thought it was really severe, and then as soon as I start backing away, that's when he caught me with that right hand, the uppercut, and put me down.
So it was the left uppercut.
Left uppercut that put me down.
That did the job.
It really hurt, but you know, it's the cut that he cut me really severe when I went down.
And this is the barrage in the last round.
Yes. You know, he hit me to the body, a few good shots. You know, I wasn't coming back with punches, so, you know, my corner did the right thing.
We'll love the performance that he provided tonight. Here's part of the work he did in closing the show by landing 24 of 26 power shots against an utterly defenseless Arturo Gatti.
What really turned the tide was all of those hard body punches. And the corner saw that, hey, this guy's going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. because those shots will drain your puncher and your fighter and get him hurt. If it was just a head shots, maybe, but this was a body attack like I haven't seen in a long time. Relentless body attack.
Oscar De La Hoya putting an effective straight right hand with his trademark left hook.